Shot to the finish! Oh my God! Unbelievable!
Great. Last thing for me, I just want to get a follow-up. Have you had a chance to speak to Israel Adesanya yet? We're still kind of waiting to
I have not. I know he's in LA right now, working on some stuff, but no, I haven't talked to him.
Are you waiting to hear from him before you decide what to do at middleweight?
No. Listen, he's one of the things, we were talking about this week too, that we always love about Israel. Israel was willing to fight anybody, anywhere, anytime, loved to turn around quickly and fight again. And when he wants to fight, he'll let us know.
And finally, Islam and Charles are fighting next month. I just wanted your thoughts on that fight. Does Islam beat Charles again, or do we see an upset?
Like I say, I don't care, because my wrestling skills always beat a striker, and I am only interested one guy, this lightweight division. He's wrestler. He's Islam Makhachev, and I believe he will win with Charles Oliveira, and I hope so we meet in the future, maybe next year or two years.
So you feel your wrestling is good enough to negate his wrestling? Basically, your wrestling is better than his wrestling?
One more, please.
Do you think your wrestling is better than Islam's wrestling?
I think so. We'll see. I have to meet him in the octagon and fight with him, and then we get the answer who is better wrestler. But in my opinion, I am the best wrestler in the lightweight division. I take him down everybody. This is not problem for me, and this will be the same time in Saturday night.
Ricardo Ramos here, kind of a mystery guy, right? A dangerous opponent, but we don't really see him that often. How do you get prepared for a guy like that?
Well, the thing with Ricardo is a little bit like the preparation for Vanata. Like, you watch one of his fight, it's grappling heavy, and then watch one of his other fight, he's like bleeding and throwing spinning shit everywhere. So it's very hard to have a proper strategy. So the thing is spinning elbow. Of course, everybody know here it's his biggest weapon. And he's either pushing you into it or drawing you into it. So I need to be sure that I'm fighting a firefight, but in the middle. And I saw in an interview that he said, I'm not scared of Charles striking, but I want to utilize my jiu-jitsu, which, fair play to him, it's a good strategy. And yeah, if he tries to shoot me, I'm going to be willing to take his head in the guillotine. So that's the thing. I have a boxing heavy fight, couple kicks, and if he makes a mistake, caught him right away. That would be my strategy. Nice. I'm selling it out. I know you're watching, Ricardo, so be ready for that.
I mean, if you just lay it out there, you got no excuses, right?
Yes, sir.
On paper, it looks like it should be a pretty exciting fight. I mean,
yes.
Do you see it that way? I always wonder, like, the fighter's mindset. Can you go, like, yeah, this is probably going to be a pretty good fight?
Yeah, but like it's like, well, girls say that all the time. You know, when you have big expectations, sometimes they're smaller. But yeah, it's. No, I mean, you know, sometimes we think like this fight's gonna be crazy, and it end up being like not as much crazy. But yeah, my personal take, it's gonna be wild. He's a very dangerous man, and he throws a lot of volume, and volume creates opportunity, and those opportunity, it's either him or me who's gonna take advantage of them.
Win here, man. What do you do? Because, you know, rankings, top of the division, it's right there. I know you're coming off a setback, but, I mean, a win here, this would be a big one, right? Do you start calling out some names, or is that not your style?
So I don't think I'll have to call out no names, but I think there's going to be a realization that I'm the cash cow. I mean, that eventually somebody's going to realize that they're sitting on gold. They think I'm fool's gold. I'm not. I'm real gold. They're sitting on gold. They need to cash me out. I am the cash cow. There ain't another pay-per-view draw like me in this division. I am the cash cow. It's time to cash me out. I'm ready. I'm begging them. Please, please give me a big fight. I'm begging them. I'm waiting. But obviously, I don't deserve none of that if I can't beat Dan Ige. And that's going to be a hell of a competition between me and Ige. But if I beat Ige, who's to say I don't deserve a top 5, a top 3, a top 2? And like I said, I'm the cash cow. They're going to realize that. And once they do, they're going to love me even more.
I love it. Last thing for me, given all that, is the goal here more than just win a fight? Is it you got to do it in some kind of spectacular fashion? You got to provide some highlight?
That's right, brother. We set the bar high. I'm not just happy with the win. I'm not just scraping by. I'm here to make history, brother. And that's what I want to do.
Obviously, you're never afraid of fighting killers. Bryce Mitchell, a tough opponent. What do you think of him overall as a fighter and kind of what he presents to you?
He's one of the best. You know, he's 14-1. I think 14 or 15-1. He's fought some of the who's who's and he's beaten some of them. And I feel like people write him off because of one loss. So I'm expecting him to come back with a vengeance, and I'm prepared for the best version of him.
It's interesting because you win here, there's not a whole lot of names above his, and a lot of them are guys you've already fought, right? So what are you hoping for? Win here, are you hoping for fresh names in those matchups, or do you kind of want to go revisit some of those fights that you had?
You know, I'm never afraid to revisit a guy that I've fought in the past, you know, and retest myself, because I always look at things like that. Like guys that I've lost to, if you put us in a series, you know, like the NBA, if we're going best out of 7, I don't see myself losing all of them. You know, guys 1 through 15, these are number 15 could beat number 1 on any given day, and you guys all know that this sport is crazy, and the results you want and that you visualize are never guaranteed. You can do everything right, you can still lose a fight, and that's just the beauty of the sport, man. I right now all I'm looking at is Bryce, but I definitely see myself with a win over him, moving back up the ladder. You know, he's number 10 in the world. I'm number 12. And I've been up there before, too. I think I've been up to number 8. But those numbers don't really matter, man. It's just who's the best fighter on that day, who's going to show up.
Last thing for me, you said you got the quick knockout last time the wife was pregnant. Are you hoping it's one of those fights? Because on paper, this looks like it might be kind of a fight of the night type fight. Is that what you're expecting? And do you let your mindset, you know, think that way going in?
A little bit. I always prepare myself for war. I prepare my body to go through the trenches. You know, I never underestimate someone like I'm just going to walk through them in the first round. Of course I want that. I expected, and you know, I wanted to knock out Nate Landwehr, and I tried and I dropped him, but that dude was tough and he kept standing up. So you got to be prepared to go 3 rounds, 15 minutes. That's what we signed the contract for. So that's what I'm ready for. That's what I'm prepared for. My body's in the best shape ever. My mind's in the best shape ever. And yeah, you got to expect a war.
Well, you're here now. You've got Charles Jourdain.
Yep.
What do you think of him as an opponent and kind of what he presents to you?
Hard fight, really good opponent. He gonna brings the war, and I'm a warrior, so here we go. Yeah.
On paper, it does look like it will be probably a battle. I mean, do you feel like it might be a back and forth type fight?
For sure, I hope so.
Very nice. And, you know, a win here, what would it take for you to be consistent? I mean, I got to think you're frustrated that you haven't been able to stay consistent over the years. Is that the goal moving forward, to be able to fight more frequently?
Yeah, I would like to, but, you know, we plan things, but it's different to, you know, things happens different, you know. So you gotta for me, I put my life in God's hand. So I know He's working on my future. I know I have something in the future waiting for me. So I just gotta be patient, keep working. I'm every day at the gym, and I think that's gonna be the same always. You know, I'm gonna be always training, always in the gym. It's every time they send me a fight, I say yes, let's go, and I think that's it. You know, one day soon probably we're gonna be getting all the stuff we invest in this career. You know, so I know my time will come. You know.
That's awesome, man. That's a great message.
Yeah.
What's last thing for me? What's the goal here? I mean, is it just get a victory and move on, or do you want to do something special? Is this a chance to make a statement? What's the goal here?
I think all that you say, it's the plan. But yeah, definitely, like I want to go there take the best of me, you know, overcome my levels and get this win. The victory, doesn't matter how, is what is in my mind. Just win, always.